The player you're looking at right now got to the highest rank in the game, one above all, with none other than Black Widow. They have almost entirely mained Black Widow throughout rank, although later on they did play some Star-Lord a bit more. I want to see exactly how they've managed to play Black Widow in the highest level of play, because she's considered the worst character in the game, and still get to the highest rank. So let's jump in and see exactly what this player does to get such high rank with the worst character in the game. Now, we've got quite a few interesting characters or players on this team. Gasklin, Karova, MR. These players are very good. On the other team, I'm graduating TTV. You know, these are well-known names in the community already. So these are people who have a lot of skill going into this. So this is really the highest level of play. This isn't a bronze lobby. This is one above all lobby, okay? Or eternal, right? So they are starting on the attacking side. And their matchup for now is they've got a Mantis, a Adam Warlock, 2 tanks. They've got Strange and Groot, a Hawkeye, and a Black Widow. On the other side, interestingly enough, they also have a Black Widow, a Hawkeye, a Strange, a Star-Lord, and 2 other supports. So let's see how this goes on. They're gonna start this. I'm very, very curious to see how this player ends up winning the game in the highest rank with technically the worst character ever. So she's moving up. She's currently in the front lines. She's looking. What is she doing? Is she trying to get like a vantage point there? What is she looking at? I have no idea. Maybe she's checking that nobody's sneaking behind there or something, like a Venom. So she keeps looking behind. She's worried there's somebody there. All right. Playing here. They're giving them a lot of room, to be honest. It looks like, hang on, we see a Groot up there. So a Groot and Strange portaled up in the back line to try and create a distraction. Wow, there's the first headshot on Hawkeye there. So the other team is being completely distracted by the tanks, giving them a lot of room to move up, funnily enough, with the rest of the team coming in front. Okay, so they're now moving up here. They're touching the point. Most of the players are on height. Very interesting. Trying to get shots off. Oh, a headshot on Black Widow there, who had low enough health to make that a one-shot. Now, an interesting thing is, Black Widow is playing with Hawkeye. So with that matchup, you can actually scan to make people's shadows appear, just like with Hawkeye's ultimate, and shoot the shadows to deal damage. Gonna deal damage on the support, dealing damage on different characters. So far, wow, okay, that was a quick scope to hit the Hawkeye there. It's gonna be a very interesting game. I'm quite surprised by how much space the defending team gave them there. All right, she's respawned. Let's see what happens here. Up in the... Okay. That was a shot. What did she even hit? She hit and killed a Loki somehow. Peeking the angles. Oh, trying to go for the lunar snow. Interesting. All right. There's the weak... Okay, that other sniper is... Okay. Very quick with these shots, I'll be honest. Trying to get a cheeky angle. He's got the Adam Warlock. Oh, he shot her through the Strange portal there as they came out of the spawn, and then plasma bursted them with the ultimate. All right, he's got a Star-Lord on her. What's he gonna do with this? Doctor Strange on the enemy team just popped their ultimate. Goes in for the melee to knock them out of the way. Okay, interesting. Yeah, so far, so, like, I feel like the defending team is giving them a lot of room to play with. Like, a lot of room. It's really quite surprising. It's really funny that there's 2 Black Widows. I was not expecting this. Okay. So Hawkeye actually did the finishing shot on that player. So Black Widow only almost killed him, but Hawkeye was there to finish it off. Okay. Doctor Strange took out Star-Lord. She's popping the Loki clones. Okay, quite a nice little no-scope on that sleeping player. Good combo to think, like, the Mantis can sleep players, and then you can secure the headshot on an easy standing still target. A quick melee, a quick grapple melee shot on Doctor Strange. it's hard to say. Like, I think even this player himself must admit that Black Widow is probably not the best character in the game. I'm really quite wondering how he's managing to do it. Is Black Panther? Okay. I feel like that Black Panther had a bit of a fatal error there, not gonna lie. If that Black Panther was on me, I'd be dashing all over the place. Plasma Burst, yet to do much. I mean, you know, okay, that was kind of clean. The melee to grapple to body shot. Interesting combo. It's really interesting. Like, is she getting last hits here? She currently is sitting at 8 final hits, the most in the game by a long shot. But it's really interesting because it almost feels like, oh, she's just aiming in and shooting people. But in practice, that's really hard to do when you got people moving around everywhere and the hitboxes are so small. Oh, she's trying to snipe her out of the ultimate. No way. That would have been crazy if she hit that. Can you do that? I always thought Salad was kind of like untargetable, but maybe not. Destroying the Loki clones again. Okay, we'll see what happens next then. How are they going to play this now? Trying to get an angle on the Black Panther. Okay. Wow, look at those cheeky angles they're getting there. Like, very cheeky angles. The thing is, though, going a 1v1 in Hawkeye, Hawkeye's got the third person, and he's got the one shot. Black Widow has none of that. So, the only thing you get is a magnified zoom, so you can see clearer. It just, to me, it does not make sense. I definitely think Black Widow is so much worse than Hawkeye, and it's just really clear. Oh dear, what is... Okay. That was interesting. This is an interesting game. This is a very interesting game so far. I mean, I don't quite know how the defending team have let them, you know, take the spot so soon. Okay, that was a nice shot. Once again, he actually had to get help from the Adam Warlock to finish that kill off. Hitting a lot of good shots, but not actually getting the final hit sometimes. Okay, there we go. Working together there. Go on, can you... Yeah, you can't really get Luna Snow out of her ult, really. Unless she takes a bit of damage from, like, a big hit. It seems very unlikely. Plasma Burst. Oh, well, there it was. Plasma Burst did it. Okay. There's Black Panther coming in the back lines. Just once again trying to hit that Psylocke. I would love to see it happen. Okay. Looking at the scoreboard so far, we have ZZ1 with the most amount of damage, most amount of final hits still, although the other teammates are catching up. Decent amount of healing across the board. And it's quite surprising. You know, like the Hawkeye on their team has a lot less damage, almost half the amount of damage. Just quite impressive when you think about it. Hearing footsteps behind, trying to see what's going on there. There it is, a Star-Lord flanking. You're going to be ready for it. The Black Panther ultimate, though. She gets caught out there. Yeah, that was definitely a tricky one to make work, not going to lie. And the whole team got team wiped. So, unfortunately, that is what it is. Can't do much there. We now have Black Widow coming back in again. So far, like... You know when we saw like the Iron Man gameplay and there's some like really smart plays and the Doctor Strange gameplay, the top Doctor Strange players, they had some really smart portal plays. Playing Black Widow seems extremely difficult to make work, and at the end of the day, all it is just you have to have good aim. That's it. You have to have good aim. Oh, okay, that was a good shot to shut down Doctor Strange there, though. That was pretty clean, right? It's really interesting that despite this being a sniper character, she is taking the front line here, right? Black Widow is getting right up and close with support from her tank. She's not playing the back lines, which I thought maybe you'd see them kind of playing the back lines a bit more. She's really the one leading the charge alongside the tanks. Adam Warlock, respawn here. The melee is so funny. Does it stun them temporarily? Well, it did manage to shut that down. But as we can see here, some of the teammates are still alive. Most of them are dead though, so it's not looking easy for them. And that is unfortunately going into the next round. Okay, so looking at the scoreboard now, I'm guessing they're going to have to shut it down super early to make this work. So now I'm very curious how this is going to be with a long sight line on the defending side. How are we going to play this? Here we go. Getting a height on this box. A nice shot there on the lunar snow. The jump there is pretty nice. So you sprint and then you get an increased jump. That's going to give you some cheeky angles. But so far, like, watching this, I'm not convinced I or anyone else could really make their way to one above all rank with Black Widow. It seems like a lot of work. And by going through the history of this character's recent games, they're mostly playing Star-Lord at this point. So even with Black Widow getting all the way to one above all and eternal rank, it's not going to keep them there. You got to work that much harder to get very little benefit out of it. I guess on the plus side, you're not going to get banned like playing Black Widow. You know, you can't really Hawkeye much in high level play because Hawkeye gets banned all the time in Diamond above. You know, there's a ban system. But right now, the value that she's providing to the team is not great. You know? Team is doing the rest of the work. It's really interesting. Like, I'm sure if they got 1 or 2 headshots here, it would be great. But it's hard. It's so hard to make it work. It really is. Now, moving up to the front lines here now. Interestingly, now that is the kind of thing I was expecting. The kind of combo. The Mantis Sleep with Black Widow. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. And it works. Pretty cool little combo there. Backing out now. It looks like they have taken control of the top area of the map. It's going to be pretty hard to deal with. I just can't believe there's another Black Widow on the team. This might be why they're doing so well, because there's 2 Black Widows. Oh, that was cheeky. That was a good one. That was a nice little shot. Okay, dealing with the Black Panther there. Pretty hard. The support came in with the heals, though. Ooh, that was a cheeky shot. But it wasn't even a kill, man. I think Black Widow needs to do more damage, honestly. I do think that. That was a very nice flick, but nothing out of it, you know? Okay. Getting Loki clones down. Trying to secure that Psylocke. She's invisible somewhere. Goes for the pot shot. Doesn't quite hit it. Winterstone's low. Can she secure the kill? No. Okay. Backing off to get heals. Gonna try and secure this. She's doing surprisingly good at shutting down Doctor Strange of all characters, who has a massive shield. It's the one character who's got the most kills on, I think. Oh, got sniped by Sniper Master there. Quite funny. Alright, back though. He's back. Got respawned. Oh, that was a big one. What is Sniper Master doing on the enemy team? Let's see what Sniper Master can do on it. Like, are they playing it in a similar way? I guess so. I know with Hawkeye banned, like, Sniper Master could potentially counter some picks, like Iron Man. But I do feel like, man, it's so hard to make it work. See, that was a nice shot. I think it didn't go through the shield. I think they could buff Black Widow, you know? What if Black Widow's shots went through multiple targets and bypassed shields or something? I don't know, that would be kind of cool. That would be an interesting counter. There would be a lot of ways to buff her, I'm sure. She definitely deserves it. Alright, nice freeze, yeah. She seems to do well when paired with a character that can freeze or sleep somebody. Tries to shut down the Lunar Snow. The ultimate doesn't quite hit close enough, so she doesn't die. That was a nice shot. A juicy headshot to deal a lot of damage. Pushes out here. Kind of takes aggression here. Shot on Lunar Snow. Can she shut her down? No! Wow! That's 3 shots now. If that was a Hawkeye, Black Widow would be dead. You know? I think the craziest thing about this particular match, Hawkeye wasn't even banned. Definitely could get more value out of Hawkeye. Definitely. Black Panther, that was a nice shot. That was clean. That was good. You know? If you get those headshots, great. But my goodness, is it hard to do in this game. Waiting for the peak. Because Black Widow has to peek. Hit those juicy shots. Is she going to hit it? Oh, no. Unfortunately not. I mean, this is the highest level of play. If you're playing at lower levels where people may be not moving around as much, you might have better luck with Black Widow. You're still going to need a lot of aim to deal with it in a successful way. I mean, this guy is obviously very skilled, and he's struggling at times, you know? He's struggling to make it work. Nice little shot there, but I don't know, maybe there are better maps. That was a good one. That was a good shot. I think if you have like the world's best aim, you could play Black Widow just as a flex. Like that. It is that at this point. Playing Black Widow and Marvel Rivals and actually succeeding with it is just a flex to show, look, I've got good aim. Because you need it to be able to succeed. Otherwise, you're just going to like feed and your teammates are going to be mad at you, you know? So yeah, it's definitely going to be tricky. Like, imagine if it had pass-through damage there, collateral damage, and shot all of those Loki clones. That would kind of be cool. I don't know. There's somebody right on top of him. Oh, Lord, yeah. Right, she's taking the back line now, trying to get some picks off on height, trying to deal with the Loki, but she's struggling to make it work, you know? Another plasma burst. Nothing really came out of that. Seems kind of like a skill shot like Iron Man ult. Like quite in the same way, honestly. I know it leaves like weird flames on the ground. If you get stuck on those, it's like really sticky. So that's quite interesting. But overall, her abilities just need a little bit of love. Maybe in Season 1 she'll get a buff. This player will be having a very good day. The good thing about this kind of game is if you do learn to main a character that is underpowered, and they do later get a buff, you will be a god at the game. Because you would have known all of their secrets. Nice little shot there. Let's have a little quick damage check here. Well, the game's almost over. I think they must shut it down here. They're very curious to see the overall, like, score. But it really is, like, trying to make it every shot count. Struggling at times because it's so hard to do. And there it is, the final score. They did manage to win that game. So, the Black Widow came out with 19 final hits, the most in the game. Actually, the enemy Starlock had more. She had a decent amount of damage, although, funnily enough, the Adam Warlock almost had more because his attacks are so great. But overall, it was a pretty decent game. Perhaps not the best. But it just goes to show how hard it is to do a Black Widow. And it's very impressive this player's managed to get this far, even at the highest level rank. But yeah, if it needs to be proven again, Black Widow is just not great right now. And I'd love to see a buff for her. So what do you think? Let me know. And I'll see you in the comments. Cheerio.